Okay, so far in some of the past videos I've done, we've talked about tables, we've talked about putting it onto a graph, and so now this is going to be a word problem about getting some data onto a graph. And so if you've ever taken information and changed it in Excel or some other program, this is kind of what it's doing. It's just a lot easier in Excel because it does it for you. So let's talk about this a little bit. Here's your table. I will read off the problem and say what it is. So the SAT scores in the table shows the average scores, S, on the mathematics section of the Scholastic Aptitude Test, or the SAT, in the United States from 1997 to 2003 as a function of the time, T, in years since 1997. In the table, 0 corresponds to the year 1997. Okay, so this is like 1997. All right, and then 1 would be with 1998, and so on. Okay, so 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, and 3. Now, for this table, probably not going to use 2000. I mean, I could make it work, but for right now, we're not going to do that. There's a few different tricks that you can do. These numbers are huge, right? You don't want to make 500 tick marks. And so we're going to have to build something that's going to be a little bit more conducive. This would be a normal table, right? You'll also notice something else. You can make something, because all of these are positive. And so this is going to be a positive, and so we can just use this corner. You don't have to make the entire thing. So let's just make this corner. Well, this would be like what you might notice is a different type of graph. So we're going to go with years since 1997. So we're going to go ahead and go 0, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, that makes it a little easier. A little bit simpler for us to be able to work with. Now, all of these are above 500, and so I could start and just go through probably 20. So let's see. Okay, so I went through 15 because I realized this was under. All of these are under 500 or over. Sorry, over 510. So we're going to go with, this is 510, right here, and so we'll go up from there. Now, it's okay if you do lots of tick marks here, and you can go up to 20, and then not so many. It just makes the table look a little bigger or different, depending on what you do. You don't always need the same amount going both directions. So let's work with this. So we got 0 starting at 511. And then we have 1 at 512. Okay, another at 511. 514, so this is, let's see, 1. Okay, right there. It does get a little challenging, so it's 515. 515. Okay, so that's 514. So I've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got another one at 514, 515, or 16, sorry. So we're going to go up 2. You probably have a little bit better view of it than I do. Might have gone up a little too far on that one. Close enough. And so 519. So let's see. It's about right there. Okay. Okay. So it looks like their scores are going up, which is great. You always want everybody's scores to go up. So I'm going to connect all the dots here. All right. And so that gives us our information table here to be able to visually do it there onto a graph. So this is really nice. So let's say that you have hundreds and hundreds of test scores from something like this, and you're going to go and give it to somebody like your boss. That would probably be what happens. You're going to give it to your boss and say, look what we did. Well, in order for him, he doesn't probably want to get into this. He just wants a good, or he or she, wants a good visual, okay? And so being able to translate it from this to this really is helpful when you're going to do something like that. When you're taking something so big and trying to put it into a visual for people, putting it into a graph like this really helps. All right.